What positive effects has the quarantine had for you? My company, who had a firm no working from home policy, has finally seen how well everyone is doing while working from home, and have talked about loosening restrictions post-virus. I was burnt out at work and with being social all the time. So spending quality time with myself has been great. On top of that, not having time to myself resulted in me not cooking my own meals, and I've gained a bit of weight in the last year. I've been cooking my own healthy meals and going out for long bike rides. No idea if I have lost weight. I get obsessive over the scale. I have been living in sweats and leggings the last few years and decided it was time to put effort in how I look. I've started learning about how fashion works and donated some of my clothes. My room was depression messy and I cleaned it right after my work shut down and have kept it clean since. I've been going on daily walks in wooded areas, noticing things in nature I'd never paid attention to before. Due to my job and the hours I work, I spend most of my time alone. There are days when the only people I see are the person who worked before me and the one who works after me. But now my roommates work from home and I actually have people to talk to and be around. I feel like it's been good for my mental health. Been saving a ton of money. Prior to COVID-19 I was already participating my own cheapest challenge to see how little money I could spend. It's amazing how little you can spend if you actually take the time to think, do I really need this, before deciding to actually spend the money on something. Admittedly, you are a bit subsidized by heavier spending from months prior in terms of eating food you already had in the pantry, etc. It takes a few months to really figure out what your true minimum burn rate is. All of this certainly shows how our economy is heavily based on consumerism and spending. There is a real estate financial YouTuber called Meet Kevin who made a video explaining how it would take everyone spending around $87 a month less to put the country into a recession. I'm one of those people who started to do their balcony. 3 years in a row my balcony was dirty and without any plants. Now I cleaned up and put up some plants and it starts to look really nice. Loving not having the commute. I can wake up 5 minutes before work starts and I'm fine. And at 5 o'clock I'm instantly home. It forced me to change my business from catering big parties to serving carry-out dinners a few at a time. I made a decent living from catering, sure, but I'm making an absolute killing on these dinners and now I even get to take weekends off. Plus, whenever large parties become a thing again, I will have introduced myself and my product to several hundred potential clients with a marketing expenditure of $7 the cost of the sign I put by the side of the road that simply says dinner. I feel awful even saying it, but I work in software. So my job and productivity didn't change one iota. It took me about an hour one way to get into the office, and I'd usually buy a lunch instead of make one, though Lord knows I tried. I even subbed to our meal preps and day without ever actually prepping anything. That counts, doesn't it? Being home, I do cook a lot more though. My son is also not in daycare, which was costing me like $170 a week. No more gas, plus no more going out to eat, plus no more daycare, plus no more random I'm tired and don't feel like cooking, let's just go out equals thousands of dollars appearing into the savings account, seemingly overnight. I've had time to learn more about myself. I am in recovery from alcohol abuse, so after years of numbing myself, I've been relearning how different emotions feel and how I react to those emotions in a safe environment. I've gotten to spend a lot of time with my aging dog. I totally agree with this. I got to spend time with my old guy. Unfortunately we had to put him down a few days ago, but it was great to be able to spend the entire day with him every day instead of just a goodbye in the mornings. I'm sad he's gone, but being with him a lot over this time definitely made our goodbye a little easier. We put our cat down last week. I also felt grateful to have the extra time with her. I got to work from home more and have her on my lap and take her outside to eat some grass every day. She really enjoyed it. He last morning was really lovely, and the vet came to our house so she didn't have to deal with a car ride. She passed away outside with a warm breeze in her fur. I'm with you, friend. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking every day. Now I drink once a week. Will have to quit after I run out of alcohol. Started exercising, as being out of breath keeps the nicotine pangs away. I haven't worked since the 16th of March, and now I'm a couple weeks away from finishing my first novel. That's amazing. I've been doing the same, working on a book that I've been writing for a few years but had put away. I've started rewriting whole chapters. I've also started doing watercolors. Good luck with your novel. Oh man. So many positives. I bartend in a restaurant, so I've been laid off and collecting unemployment, and it's more money than I make in a week. I paid off my credit card debt. My carpal tunnel has healed. I have been drinking significantly less. Quit smoking. I've been cooking more. Saving money by not going out. I have a regular sleep schedule. I've been reading more. I've lost weight. I don't wear makeup anymore and my skin cleared up. I got a puppy and I've had all the time I need to train him. And so much more. This run-on sentence could go on for hours. I think the best thing is realizing how important it is to make the most of time away from work and to establish a routine that doesn't revolve around a job. I've stopped wearing makeup and have become super confident in my natural appearance. I'm 30 years old and can only recall going barefaced a handful of times in the last 15 years. My skin looks seriously amazing, and frankly, the full gamut of war paint made me look older than I realized. I think after quarantine, I'll still wear makeup on certain special occasions, but it won't be on the daily, nor as a compulsive. I can't leave the house without my face cause I look like a troll necessity. I lost some weight because I wake up late every day and only eat 2 meals a day. I've saved some money. I've had time to work on my hobbies. I've spent quality time with my husband, and I have actually gotten closer with a couple of friends and colleagues as we all support each other through this. Trying hard to look at the positives, because the negative of my anxiety spiraling out of control is unbearable some days. I learned how to play dominoes, make mashed potatoes, and cook ribs. All of which I thought would be hard but were actually ridiculously easy. 4 exams in a little more than 1 month. I've only the thesis left and managed to get to one of my dream universities. Yeah, can relay on that. Finally finished my PhD thesis, which cost me 3 years of my nerves and got me a job I would never have dreamed of. Keep going, mate. My teenager is being nicer than she's been in years. Less stress? Fewer ways to escape the consequences of hurting others? Re-evaluating her life and realizing we've had reasonable expectations all along? Don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I still have to go to work, as I am in healthcare, but the traffic and parking spots have never been better. The lack of traffic has been wonderful. Rush hour has been non-existent. I doubt this will get seen, but God, I love my wife. I've been one of the lucky few who has been able to actually work through this whole thing, but still not being able to go out has been amazing. I get to spend as much time possible with my best friend. We never get tired or annoy each other. The extra time we've had has been absolutely amazing, and I want people to know that's how it should be with your significant other. You should want to spend every second with them and grow together. I've gotten so much unexpected feedback from this comment. It warms my heart to know there are other people out there who have a similar relation with their significant other. I love you all. Made some extra money while unemployed and also got the stimulus money. As a result, paid off my student loans entirely. Only had like $3,600 left to pay. Built an entirely new computer. And just replaced our bedroom TV that kept losing sound and would make the room too hot. Already back to work, so I know I am essential to my business, and I'm saving money. I basically got a week's vacation. My husband got 3, just have to hope we don't get the Rona now. I am a full-time nanny of 3. I have been working with the same family for 5 years as of this June. I moved into their home around the middle of March. I am now on week 8, or so, of quarantine with them, and while we have been ridiculously busy with various activities and homeschooling, I am the happiest I have ever been. I am surrounded by love and kindness. I am treated with respect. My mental health is at an all-time high. I feel that I am now able to experience the type of loving family that I was so longing for growing up. The importance of flossing daily. As an essential worker, you get really familiar with your own breath with a mask on constantly. Making my 16-year-old self proud. I have always been a heavy gamer. When I was 16, had time but no money, then started working and having money to buy a decent PC, but no time. Quarantine allowed me to play all the games I hadn't in the last years. Also went back to learning German. Been mostly good for me so far. It made it feel right for me to be by myself. Don't look at it as being by yourself but instead being with yourself. I love this a lot. I needed that comment. Thank you, perfect stranger. I'd been overwhelmed the last 2 years by people, socializing and noise. I made the most of having people I love so close, but now I've been home alone for 2 months and it's bliss. I feel so refreshed and like me. Well, it has kept me from getting COVID-19.